Hey everyone, good morning. So, a little something different from the teardowns and the other email stuff that I do, but something I feel is very important for us email marketers, especially now that we're in shopping season, which is data security. I know. So before I was doing e-commerce emails, excuse me, I was the marketing lead for two cybersecurity companies. One that did pen testing or ethical hacking. So essentially, companies hire them to actually hack them, right? And find weaknesses, weak spots in their security system. On the other side, or on the other company, it was antivirus or anti-malware, like ransomware, if you've heard of them. And, a lot of researchers and a lot of people basically making antivirus. So, they're in the forefront of that too. So I work closely with these cybersecurity professionals. Even though I'm not a professional myself, I learned a lot from them, at least in terms of protecting myself. And you get a little bit paranoid because you've seen how easily they're able to access, as in, systems and information and data. At some point, I have seen one of our ethical hackers watch transactions line by line at the point of sale systems for a major food, national food chain type of thing, even for banks, and it's scary, right? Now you would think I'm a nobody. Nobody's gonna try to hack me. What are they gonna get from me? That may be true. I can say that for myself. But my clients are not nobodies. And my clients' clients are not nobodies, right? So did I say it correctly? My clients are not nobodies. Or even if they are, let's just say for the sake of, argument, they're not. But maybe their clients are. It's called leapfrogging, where they're gonna attack me, not so much to attack me or to try to get my data, not so much me, but to get to their target. So for me, for example, to my clients and my clients' clients type of thing. So I'm saying this because as marketers, we like to collect data. And I'd like to say we're honest data collectors in the sense that we want to use the data so we can sell and nothing else, right? Sometimes we collect data that we don't even need. But, the data that you have, any data that you have can be stolen. So, now that we're in the full swing of things, we're preparing for Black Friday and Christmas shopping and all this fun stuff. Everyone and their grandmother is going to be sending emails or SMS messages. So we're not the only ones doing that. It's going to be like a busy time for these malicious actors too. But I learned a couple things from my cybersecurity friends that I have used from in my personal life and in my business life, and I'd like to share that with you. These are pretty easy things to implement, and so I wanted to go through them with you in this video. So the first one is use a password manager. Dashlane or 1Password, I heard are good. LastPass I used to love, but then they got hacked. I don't know how things are looking there, but pick one, and never ever reuse a password. Never ever use password 123. Oh, please. Make for every account, make it unique, right? And as marketers, we have like 50,000 accounts for everything. So those should be unique, right? The reason being, if a hacker is able to get 1Password, they have access to one account. If you have unique passwords, then it stops there. But if you have multiple accounts and they have the same password, and in your email they can kind of see confirmation emails and all that stuff, all they have to do is click on that and try on the same password, and if they get through, it's a big problem. Next is to activate two-factor or multi-factor authenticators, like the cell phone things, right? I know you're working on Klaviyo, you get logged out, you try to sign in, but now it's asking for authenticator codes, but your phone is across the room type of thing. It's a pain, but at the same time, it's another layer of protection for you. So something to keep in mind. It's worth it. I should know. I have so many stairs in this house. and it's just a pain sometimes. Now, using antivirus, you might think there's no more, but they are around, and not so much as the virus, but the malware, right? You get an email, it looks legit, you click on it, and then suddenly you have problems, or like they have access to your information, and you didn't even know what happened. A good anti-malware antivirus can stop that, right? For Windows, I've used MCSoft. I've worked with them, just full disclosure, but I don't get any money from it. But these guys, they don't collect your data, because free antivirus means they're, for the most part, they're taking your data. But for the paid ones, they're the ones that I have good experience with. MCSoft, they're good guys. They just do anti-malware and antivirus things and nothing else. They don't take your data and sell it or whatever. For Mac, I've heard good things about Malwarebytes. So that's what I use. And if you have any specific questions about what you should use, type of thing, specific to your business, even specific to you, click around and find a cybersecurity specialist who can advise you on that. And next is to use the principle of least privilege. This is big for us marketers, especially when we hire, like contractors, freelancers, actually even in-house, right? The principle of least privilege means that you shouldn't give anyone access more than what they need. So, for example, I have a couple of designers in my team. They go and, I give them access to my client's Klaviyo account, but I don't give them admin access. They have no business having all that access. I give them content creator access, which is you're able to put stuff on Klaviyo, but that's it. You're not able to see you're not able to see the contact list. You're not able to set emails to go out. No access to settings of that sort that could affect the entire business. Because, sometimes people like to poke around. And, it doesn't mean that they're bad people. It's just that they have no business being there and make it easy for them not to be there, right? So don't give people access more than what they need when they're working on anything. Next is to routinely check user lists. Let's say you do have that. You use list of principle of least privilege, but sometimes people come and go. They want to work somewhere else, or use a contractor, so you're not working with them anymore. They weren't that good, type of thing, or maybe they got too expensive. Whichever way, go look at that list. Make sure that they don't have access to your stuff anymore, unless they have to be. I do quick audits for some of my prospective clients. I ask them, add me on Klaviyo, let me see, and then I'll give you sort of like an audit, which is great. I'm a good person. I don't go around there doing anything. But the thing is, up to this day, I still have access to them, and they would give me admin access. And, I would email them routinely when I'm cleaning up my list. I would tell them, hey, so-and-so, you know what? I still have access to your Klaviyo. Please remove me. So, check your user list. Remove people there when they're not around anymore. Yeah? And then the last one is, and this is hard, get only the data that you need. I know it's tempting for us marketers to get as much data as we can, right? That we may not even have plans on how to use them, but we're like, we want to get this data so that in the future we can do this X, Y, Z. But the thing is, if you don't need it, don't ask for it. If you don't have any plans for it, just don't ask for it, right? Because in the event that you get a data breach, you have all this information, right? And you haven't information that you did not need in the first place, but is now out in the open. You can't lose data that you do not have. So no one can steal data from your clients that you do not have. So be judicious about the data that you try to collect. For example, if you're asking for like birthday stuff, ask for the month and that's it. Don't ask for the entire birthday. You don't need it, right? Or if you want to have demographic stuff, like, well, at least I need to know their age, ask in a range. Like, hey, how old are you between 30 to 39, 30 to 35? Don't make it too easy for bad people to steal people's data. Because, once they get that data, they sell that information Sometimes they use it to blackmail people. They use that to spoof other companies, right? They can pretend to be, they would get my data, for example, and use that to pretend it's me and talk to another company and do business as me. Meanwhile, I have no idea that's going on. The other company that has no idea that they're working with a fake person, and then when the SHTF happens, they're like, Kat, you were lying to us, and I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I don't know you, right? So stuff like that happens. There is no silver bullet, and these guys are smart, and I'm not saying there's no winning, but at the very least, we do what we can to protect ourselves, to protect our businesses, our clients, and it's their clients too. Like, it's just not just in business, but in their personal lives, right? So yeah, these are quick things. Most of them are free, right? Password manager, free for the most part. Multi-factor, it's free. Antivirus, I recommend paid. That's what works for me. I don't know what's going to work for you. Principal of least privilege, free. Routinely check your user list, free. Be careful what data you protect, data you collect. That's free too. So and these are fairly easy things to do, and just adding a layer of protection for yourself and for everyone else around you. Hope this helps, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.